Hi there, folks. Welcome back to Rich Reviews. So in the latest attempt to clear out some of the remaining films I want to get to, the latest of these is Bumblebee. This is directed by Travis Knight. I don't know who wrote this thing, but he comes over from Lakia, like Kubo and the Two Strings. And so this is an attempt to go back to the beginning of the Transformers universe. I think this is a reboot prequel thing, in which, yes, they show the war on Cybertron and how the Autobots had to leave there because the Decepticons took it over, and how this time around we can actually see the Transformers transforming much more slowly than compared to the usual ones in which they quickly transform, because you actually can see them transforming into the things that they're transforming to, and how Bumblebee came into possession of Charlie, played by Haley Steinfeld, who I like. Haley Steinfeld, I think she does well in this particular film, although I wasn't a big fan of hers for the Pittsburgh films. I like her mostly everything else that she has done. I think she was actually taught how to use a Walkman, considering she was born after the Walkman. Quite frankly, I'd be at odds to know how to use a Walkman. And thankfully, Michael Bay is nowhere to be found, because he's ruined practically everything about the Transformers franchise except for the first film. One I acknowledge is utter crap. The third one I thought went in a better, darker direction, but although it's still not entirely successful, in the fourth and fifth films I just try to say are complete fan fiction. Quite frankly, this is clearly an 80s movie, because quite frankly everything conceivable reference to an 80s film that there can possibly be. And let me just say that I was born in December of 86, so therefore I don't remember the 80s, but I did play with some of the Transformers toys things when I was a kid. I get any enjoyment out of playing them? Sure, why not? Apparently when Bumblebee has his voice, his voice by Dylan O'Brien, Peter Cullen still voices the voice of Optimus Prime, because that's what you always want to go to. Go to the original. And of course we go to the classic designs here for the Autobots. Crash lands on Earth. He crash lands right next to Agent Burns' reconnaissance squad doing their thing, obviously, and then the Decepticons attack. And that obviously lends the enmity of Agent Burns, who's one of those rough, tough guy soldiers, which is not really what anything like John Cena is currently. Of course, originally I think the Agent Burns character was supposed to be the bad guy, then oh yes, some other employer of John Cena was like, yeah, he's always been the good guy. And also the song choices of this film are amazing, folks, because let's face it, the 80s had the best songs. So I think there's also one song choice that Bumblebee spits out, and it's the Rick Ashley song, "Never Gonna Give You Up." I'm just sick of that song here, folks. Haley Steinfeld character clearly is going through a lot, because she has lost her father. Her mother has moved on to a new man in her life, and he's one of those obviously goody two-shoe sort of persons. Clearly she has the angst, and also she has a neighbor who wants to get out of the friend zone. Let's face it, he can't get out of the friend zone, because that would require a lot more of the screenplay that would entail. Decepticons figure out where Bumblebee is, and it's obviously a race against time. Here's the thing. This probably might be the best Transformer since the first one. As I said previously, Michael Bay is nowhere near this. He gets a producer's credit, which could mean anything. Do I miss Megan Fox and Shia LaBeouf? No. I think Haley Steinfeld is a better addition. But this film really is essentially an E.T. story. Bumblebee is E.T. and the military is people are chasing after E.T. then. That literally means Travis Knight is literally able to set up action. You're literally able to figure out what's going on, instead of like just constant mashups of hunk and metal crashing into one another. I mean, literally, this thing is peppered with 80s references, folks. At one point when they're having a speed chase, one person says, "Oh, I saw," and then when he does something, he says then one other person, "Oh yeah, I saw that on Miami Vice." Well, that's a Miami Vice. What you're doing is real life. Although, again, why is this being premiered near Christmas time when basically there are a whole bunch of films that are being released at Christmas? Can this break out of the pack? And I guess we're possibly going to get a sequel to this if it ever happens to make money. I think this budget here is $125 million. So in the end, folks, what I'm going to say about Bumblebee, I'm going to give this a matinee rating, because I think there are some effective moments in here. So folks, Bumblebee, what did you think? Put everything in the comment box below. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, earn yourself a knowledge. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.